Hey everybody, Always Bookin Comedy. It's Mark Masters. We got Adam Tiller back. We're gonna fix my Bluetooth here in a second. I'm on the road. What's going on here? Connect. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
Can you hear
cool.
me?
Yeah.
Where are
Yeah.
you at?
I am at Old Stove Brewing Company, the Ship
Yeah.
Canal Station. Can you hear the music? Is it loud?
No, I basically only have before I did, but which one are you at?
Ship
The
Canal?
Ballard one?
Ship Canal.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
There's a couple different shows that happen there. Chris Talbot is a producer and he's got stuff there Monday nights, Thursday nights. He's doing a bunch of shows.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
you're coming off your big Jokers weekend?
Your big Jokers weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday
How
night was
was
a
it?
banger, man. It was great. It was really
Was
fun.
it good?
Yeah. Yeah. Saturday was fun. I mean, it wasn't like packed or anything. There's like 25 people, and that's a big room. But they
Oh
were
yeah.
ripping. They were super fun. They were awesome.
Nice.
Friday
I'm
night
doing
was
that.
actually more people, but kind of stunk. Like
Yeah.
they just I don't know what was going on. Like one table just up and left in the middle of the show. I think because they finished their food. Like this was my
Yeah.
interpretation. They were there for like some kind of food discount, and then they just left. They didn't care about the show at all.
Yeah. Yeah. That the crowds there can be a little like why they're there always varies table to table.
Yeah,
You know, it's not like the traditional comedy club because they have like a bowling alley and
casino, arcade, we got
craps
everything
and
going on.
arcade,
Yeah.
everything. Did you get one of the what's the big drink there? The trash can?
I
It's
don't know.
got
They had
like
some huge Pepsi cups though.
yeah.
I did not.
I
I
think the
didn't really
trash
drink
can
at all.
it's got like a Long Island iced tea mixed with like seven Monster Energy drinks and
Oh,
it's
it's a cool place. The owner Max, he's a sweet guy, and
yeah,
I had a good time there. They took good care of me, and I was happy to
yeah.
do it. But
I'm
yeah,
going
and I
back.
was in Bremerton last night, which is this neck of the woods, Seattle area ish.
Nice. What last night was Sunday. I was in Bremerton last night. What were you doing there?
What are you talking about? I was at Remedy Bar, the Kitsap comedy people put on a
Yeah.
show for me. What were you doing there?
My partner, her family is from there. So I was in Aberdeen on I guess Saturday and then I
Okay.
drove up late Saturday night, but the weather was crazy Saturday night. It
Oh,
was we were in
yeah.
Aberdeen and like
Even over in Richland, Washington, the wind was crazy on Saturday night.
dude, yeah, I don't know what's been going on lately, but it's been pretty nuts. But I I'm going to Richland in December. It's
Okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
be there on the 5th and 6th. So if anybody who follows Mark and
Wants
check
to
out
come
those
out.
shows,
Oh
come
yeah,
through to Richland
Jokers.
on the 5th.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna tell you something about the show last night, but it slipped my mind. So, anyways, this is a follow-up episode because we did an episode with you, and you were going to go out and do the San Francisco International Comedy Competition, and I assume that wrapped by now because we scheduled this intentionally to
Yeah,
be after that, and it's something I'm interested in doing in the future, possibly. So, I wanted to hear about your experience and see how I don't know how to go.
yeah,
Let's start from the beginning.
yeah. So we had plenty of time. I could have called you like 3 days after my initial. Uh, sorry, my my girlfriend's about to go into the gym. I'll see if I can
Okay.
cover up.
You
Um,
turn your camera
yeah,
off for a second if you want,
yeah.
and
No,
then
she's
she can
fine.
sneak out. Okay. Um,
Um, but
yeah, and so
so
for people who don't know, explain how it's different than a normal comedy festival.
yeah, so there's two of these competitions that are both by like Fox Productions, who's John Fox is the OG producer. His son Shane is I think the plan is for there to be succession. I didn't specifically ask them, but I think that's sort of what's going on right now because Shane's more involved. He has a background in like uh, the food industry and was a chef and stuff, but he was kind of the front runner from or front man for all the communication, and then Fox does a lot of the operations and the venue stuff. So both Seattle and San Francisco are run by them. And I had done Seattle before. This was different because I was going to San Francisco. So
Okay.
it was maybe 11, 12-hour drive down there. And I tagged a show on the night before on the way down there. And, I was feeling good. Like
Where,
you know,
Oregon?
yeah,
Sacramento?
yeah, Southern Oregon.
Okay.
And then, it was just a bar show, but they let me do 15 minutes. And it's always kind of how do you prepare for a comedy competition? Like I don't really know. I think the best thing I can do is probably just like get reps and keep, working on my stuff. Um, so first show was at like a really nice venue in downtown San Francisco. I thought it was a theater, but it's a place called the Battery, and the Battery is like a very nice private club, like one of the nicest places I've ever been to in my life, and it's like very sophisticated, you know, classy, wealthy people from San Francisco, and like I'm covering up my car windows so that people can't see, like what I mean, like I was sleeping in my car on my way down there. It's like I I didn't want anything that like I keep leaving the super nice venue because I'm trying to make sure nobody like takes the cooler out of my car because San Francisco is known for just like how
Right.
much car theft, like Portland and
I,
San
I'm
Francisco.
worried I'm going to be there all next week. I got to figure out how to sleep in my car and how to not get my car broken into while I'm there.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll chat
Planet
about that
Fitness
later.
was pretty good. Planet
Okay.
Fitness was pretty good. I actually, I mean, the way down there, it took a lot out of me, and I wanted to kind of. It was 5 shows in 3 days, the first
Okay.
round.
Wow.
So there's 16 of us, and uh, there's the first day was one show, and then the other 2 days were 2 shows each eh, per day, and it was like the first show I didn't do great. I kind of I think I made the mistake of doing what I thought was like my best jokes rather than what was best for what was in front of me. And
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I want to show something different than uh, what's in the competition. Because anytime you have like a regional competition, I'm sure you've seen this where you go like city to city, each scene has sort of like a style to it. I think it's reflective of the stage time that's available, the people that like how people develop around there, like how open the community is or close it is, and all that shit. So there's definitely a style to San Francisco. Um, there were a couple strong performers in my section, but I wouldn't say like it was a heavy on the writing and maybe like alti type
Okay.
comedy.
Sure.
And um, I did the best that I could. I missed a cut line by I think it was like 0.25 points. And by the end of the week, like it was funny. I talked to Kermit Apio about this because he did the same competition after he had won Seattle International, and he had done it with Dane Cook and Doug Stanhope that year,
Wow.
where Doug beat Dane. And there was the last night was in Santa Cruz after like 3 days of just like craziness, right? Bouncing all around, and got the results. And then it was like, what do I do now? Like, I
So
guess I just drive home.
you were only there for a couple days, three,
If
four,
you,
5 days?
if you miss a cut line, you're done. So it
Huh.
like, it sucks just from like from a business standpoint, dude, it was like I lost all the time I blocked off for those shows.
Right. Because how
And
long is if you keep making it, how long is the competition?
2 full weeks. So
Okay.
it was like I had 2 weeks and I was able to like pick up a couple things or whatever, but I knew what it was gonna be. Like I
Did you
mentally like
stay in the
looked at.
area or do you head back to Seattle?
Yeah. Oh no. I drove back that night and you're gonna like this because as soon as I left, it's 9 o'clock when the last show starts in Santa Cruz, and these are competition shows. So they're like hour and a half, 2 hour shows plus scoring. And I
Right.
pretty much knew, I needed a miracle to happen. And it was like the same people were getting the scores each
Right.
night.
Was there anybody you were particularly impressed with in your group?
Personally, like as a human being, yes. Like there's a guy named John down there that I thought is super funny and just was a great hang. And like when I went into it, that's what I knew I wanted to get out of it. It's like every competition I've ever done, there's been one person that becomes a lifelong friend, and
Okay.
that has led to way more work for me and things that have mattered for me to begin with. Like this thing it was purely like, this is marketing. It's networking. Like I'm going out to meet people. And I got several people I know in San Francisco that if I go down there, I can at least ask questions to,
Yeah.
but I can't control who judge, like the, the people that are judging the competition, like none of those people know me and I'm not from San Francisco. And like, it's, it's kind of crazy to not go into it with that without knowledge of that. Like it's pretty heartbreaking for some people, I think. And like I went down there because I wanted people in San Francisco to have my name on their radar a little bit. And
Yeah.
I made a really, really good friend and like met some cool people. And like, Shane Fox is like, I'm stoked to see what he ends up doing with the competitions because he's just like he's learned a lot from his dad already. And I mean, I think there's a lot of opportunity for them to keep making the, I mean, probably up there for the most prestigious competition in the country.
Yeah.
I mean,
Had some
Robin
incredible, like
Williams
Robin
won it.
Williams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, can you go back? Is there
Yeah,
like
no,
some
the
delay or
first
something?
question, I was leaving Santa Cruz. So this circling back to this, it's like, got the results. I knew I was shaking hands before I got out of it. Like unless I came in like dead first by a mile, like I think there were 5 or 6 of us stacked up for the fifth spot. So it just came down to like who was going to get that slight uh, bump right there. And so as soon as they called it, I'm like, I got to get back to fucking Seattle, man. Like I got a show I run on Mondays and whatever. So I go up and shake Fox's hand, and he knows me from doing sick in 2022, and he's like, I appreciate. Remember what he said? He's like, I appreciate you competing. I appreciate you not, complaining about any of the competitive aspects of it. And he's like, would love to see you back next year. It's like
Okay.
I'm
There you
like
go.
I'm like, yeah, I gotta check my schedule, but I mean it's a year away or whatever. But I I don't know. I think probably a couple years ago when I wasn't doing this as my career, like having those results would have been really disheartening.
Hmm.
The part of it that I didn't love was I get in my car, it's maybe 11 o'clock in Santa Cruz, and I'm just like, just see how long I drive for because I'm not going to fall asleep anytime soon. I just went through like a blender. And it's funny because Kermit had this same experience that he got knocked out the first round after he won sick the year before. And he called up his buddy from a payphone at that time. It was in the early 90s. And he's like, yeah, I guess I'm going to just start driving. So I'm driving out of Santa Cruz. And within an hour, I hit up like I hit one of the biggest raccoons I've ever seen in my life. Like I've never hit a raccoon, and dude, the front left my front left tire hit that thing, and it it made a horrible sound, and I'm
Oh,
like I don't know about you, but when
that's
you
a
drive
bummer.
across country, you hit animals, it happens. But I
Yeah.
never feel good about it. Like I'm still thinking about the
No.
rabbit I hit back in Oregon
Oh,
like 3 years ago. And and I hit this raccoon and I was like, it's an hour into this like 12-hour drive. Like, what are we doing here? And then I'm driving along and all of a sudden there's a deer carcass in the middle of the five, and my
oh,
right tire skips, like it jumps on that. And it all happened within the first 30 minutes. And I'm like, I don't know what kind of omen this is or whatever, dude, but I don't like hitting animals to begin with. But taking
yeah.
out a full raccoon in the first hour of this drive is just so. I think I made it up to Wairika, which is pretty good. Like that was
Okay.
maybe like 6 or 7 hours. I found a rest stop. I, got into my bed and I crashed out, man. And it was slept for like 4 or 5 hours, and then I got back on the road and made the rest of the drive. But it was it was ridiculous.
That's great. So
Yeah.
any tips on, so it sounds like one of the tips you might have is curating your material for the audience. Uh, let me ask you about logistics. So it's a 2 week thing, but you only stayed for 3 days. Were you staying in your car during
So
them,
I
or so you could be
I
flexible,
I
or?
got a hotel room one of the nights,
Okay.
just so that because I needed rest at some point. And
Yeah.
I mean, the bigger thing was we had some shows fall through. We were supposed to do two shows in the same spot, and that fell through. So we had to go into the city after the first show on the second night. So just throwing a million numbers at you at once, but like we were ping ponging around the bay,
Okay.
and
So it's
the
helpful to
second
have a
show,
car for one thing. Having a
you had
car
to
is
have a car.
essential. Okay.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it was necessary. I mean, there were people that caught rides and stuff, but like, dude, I did this as cheap as I possibly could.
Yeah.
Um, I think after everything was said and done, it probably cost me 350 or whatever.
Okay.
Like, and then you tack on whatever. I mean, I just ate out of the grocery store. Um, so that's pretty cheap
Yeah.
to like go down to San Francisco, maybe 500 with tolls and just like a couple miscellaneous like unexpected things. But there were people that came from like Boston and you know just far away, and I
Yeah.
I would
Hemorrhage
just
money.
say for the first round it's 16 people going for 5 spots, and it's unpaid unless you get to the second round. When I did sick, I got to the second round, and I was working a day job still, so it didn't matter. But for someone who's like, this is their livelihood, I think you have to kind of look at it from a perspective of like, here are the range of things that can happen here. The upside is I make $5,000 and win it.
Yeah.
But there's one person in 32 that does that. So I was like, if whatever that is, like a 5% chance of that happening. So it
Right.
was like 5% chance times 5,000. Okay, the upside or if we're all ranked equally here, this is what the like the expected value is here of this situation. And it was around 350 to 500. So it's like, hey man, I'm at least gonna make some friends, and
Yeah.
I'm
And you
I
got stage time and experience being in different venues.
and I got another like just notch in my belt of like that ego, like just like the cutting you
Yeah.
down. We're like, I think there are plenty of people out there that
At
quit
least you have
doing
it better
stand
than
up.
that raccoon.
Oh, dude, brutal. I will never forget that raccoon. But I think one of the best things in the past couple of years, and I'm sure you have tons of experience of this just doing the road, is like it's a very humbling thing to
Can be, absolutely.
to just be in the middle of nowhere and like I mean you said the show at Joker's on Friday was challenging. Like I know both the
Yeah,
guys that you were with on those shows, like both good dudes, like
yeah.
Anthony
That
and
Anthony kid is
Nathan.
very funny out of
Yeah,
Spokane. He's
yeah.
great. He's going to be real
And
good.
he's a both Anthony and Nathan are solid dudes. Like there are people that are in this industry that I've worked with and I can say, hey, they're good comics or whatever. Like both those guys are they're friends in addition to being like colleagues or whatever. And
Yeah,
um, but I would just say like it has helped me every time that I haven't had success in something in stand up and at least thinking about things differently. And like I don't know, man. It's not one competition's not gonna change. Like I'm not gonna stop doing stand up because I didn't win the thing.
right.
Like if I was gonna stop doing stand up, I would have stopped doing stand up a long time ago because I've eaten
You've had
plenty of
other
shit along the
you've had
way.
other indignities.
I mean, that raccoon is one of them. Like
Yeah,
it's so
uh,
yes, I would have
right,
loved to win it. I think who goes into it wanting to lose?
right.
Like
Of course.
it'd be the craziest mindset to have. But
Uh, so let me pick your brain a little bit selfishly about were you in San Francisco proper, sleeping in your car?
yeah, I not downtown, but
Okay.
if you're on the weekends in San Francisco, there's a lot of like free parking. And
Okay.
from what you've shown me, like your car is you have window covers and shit like
Oh
that. So
yeah, I'm
like
totally
you're
buttoned
you
up.
wouldn't be the only person sleeping in their vehicle in San Francisco.
Okay.
Um,
It's like any
you
other
know,
city in America. Because
yeah.
if you look online, it says $1,000 fine, no overnight, no, you can't sleep in your car, period. For like 5 minutes, you can't sleep in your car.
Hmm.
It's illegal in the city of San Francisco. I've never seen that anywhere else. Uh,
Well, I didn't see
but
that, so that's good to know.
so it does make me a little
I
nervous. I was thinking maybe I drive over to Oakland, but Oakland looks like it has the same rule. I'm not really sure what to
yeah,
do.
East Bay.
Okay.
There was some stuff over there. I stayed at Planet Fitnesses the whole time I was there.
Okay. Like in the
Um,
parking lot.
yeah, and
Okay.
I mean, I woke up to gunshots several times. I also like, I mean, that's where you're at, man. East Bay, like it's sort of the nature of the deal. I would bring pepper spray with me at a minimum, just for safety. Like
Okay.
I haven't had any issues, but I mean, I've been camping more recently. Like I had to do a show down in Reno and I stayed in Klamath Falls and like I just got a small tent. So like there are $10 camping grounds or even dispersed camping where I'm like, if I can get out of my car a little bit when I'm on the road and just stretch my legs and get a sleeping pad and not have to be in the
Yeah.
vehicle.
My car is so comfortable. I'll tell you a crazy story. Thursday night, I slept in my car. Good night's sleep was great. I'm trying to think where I was. I started in Twin Falls, Idaho. So I was somewhere in Idaho, drove like an hour after the show, rest area, semi trucks around, etc. Woke up beautiful, like big pasture. There were like cows at this like
Yeah.
just on a farm adjacent to the rest area. It's very pretty, mountains and the sunrise, and it was really gorgeous. And then I went to the hotel I'm sure you've stayed at Joker's, Riverfront Inn or Riverfront Hotel, which is a fine hotel. But they put me on the swimming pool and there was a race the next day. So the whole thing was sold out. There's like 150, 200 rooms. And almost all of it were these racers that were all like 25 years old. And they're partying in their Halloween costumes till like God knows what time. So I had a worse night's sleep in a hotel than I did in my car the night before. So,
That hotel, I did it with Bo Johnson. I
oh,
I
Bo's
did
great.
Jokers. Yeah, boat's great. And we did he left the night that we were there because somehow this happened. I don't know. And I ended up talking to the booker about it, but that hotel cut a deal. If people don't know, in Tri-Cities, they do these like airboat races, and it's like a really big deal. I don't know all of it, but it gets crazy. And they booked a rave in the parking lot of that hotel. Okay, so we get there, it's like a sponsored event. There's all these flyers and shit like that on social media. And at about 10 p.m., people are just, there's food vendors and all of a sudden just bass, like just going. We're on the backside and it went until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
Like my partner was with me and she didn't sleep like the whole weekend. And it was crazy. But the worst part was like I went down to the lobby and there was like 20 people in line to just yell at the front desk person. And there was one lady, she's like, I'm not leaving until you give me my money back. And she's like, there's nothing I can do. And she's like, well, I'm not leaving then. And I just felt horrible for her.
oh,
But
that's brutal.
yeah,
I mean,
that type of stuff,
yeah, that's too
it
bad. I've
happens.
had some good experiences there, and I had decent breakfast. I got free breakfast. It's
Yeah.
nice. I like that I mean, they take good care of you, kind of. But I got unlucky that first night with just very loud patrons.
Dude, the
And
hotel's sick, man. It's got a pool and like full
yeah,
workout room and
it's
the
right
food's
on
good.
the beautiful river. You go for a hike.
Yeah.
So
Joker's is good. The food's good. I mean,
yeah.
the yeah, every time I do it, it's been I'm actually headlining for the first time over there, and then I got
Awesome.
Chadwick's next month. Are you on your way to do that?
I'm doing Chadwick's this weekend. I'm excited about it.
Nice.
Carl Lee's the best.
Yeah, he's the
I
man.
think we've done an Always Booking Comedy with Carl Lee. So if anybody's interested in that, go check that out in the back
Yeah.
catalog. So we're kind of running out of time. What else is going on? You got anything you're looking forward to? You're excited about?
Let me see.
Are you going
Well,
to
I'm
do
going
this
to
Seattle?
Colorado.
Are you going to do the Seattle International competition again,
Uh,
or
I I'm not
is
sure.
okay?
It's about to start for this year, but I I mean, maybe I'm not sure. But I do have in December. I'm going back to Colorado, which I'm
Okay.
excited for. Gonna pick your brain about that, probably off mic a little bit, but I'm
Okay.
doing going to New Mexico and then Comic Sense in Boulder. I guess I'm tagging some other stuff on in New Mexico and then going up to Pine Top, Arizona. So gonna do a couple
Fun.
casinos.
Yeah.
The where they have the unfriendliest staff of any place I've ever. They hated me. I don't know what it was. They just
Oh,
it was yeah. So but some great drives and I'm gonna try and do a bunch of camping and hopefully shoot some stuff while I'm doing that too. And
nice.
try and invest a little bit into social media and some time and energy into that because I've just been staying at awesome places, like doing a lot of camping recently, and I don't know, it's been fun, man.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well, you know, I guess San Francisco International Comedy Competition still worth checking out. Very stiff competition, it sounds like, and that's good. That's good for
sure.
the audiences and the comedy shows. Where can people track you down if they're looking to see you live?
Probably just Instagram. Adam Tiller on Instagram is the best place to find me, and I would say just San Francisco. Like it was a great competition, and any competition where there's 32 people competing for one spot is gonna be it's going to lead to some people not being happy. So, it's the nature of competitions, but of the ones that I've done, I had a lot of fun and I met some really cool people from San Diego, people from San Francisco, all over the place. So I would
Nice.
recommend doing it. Just, temper your expectations accordingly.
Yeah, we got a quick question from North Carolina here online. We'll do this and we'll shut it down. Does camping help you get more writing done by clearing your head and not having distractions?
Yeah.
That's for
I
you,
mean,
Adam.
yeah.
Awesome.
I mean, just turning. anything off does. Like any podcast, any TV, computer, phone, like it's really hard to get the headspace to write and focused writing, like to actually punch stuff up. And
Yeah.
for me, it's like the first 15 minutes of writing is just like trying to get in the right spot to do it. And,
Right.
if I lose that, then I get furious. So, yeah.
All right. Right on. Well, I got to get out of here because I got to get to your show
Yeah, buddy.
in a little
I
bit.
appreciate you having me back on.
Stick around
Thank
for
you.
a second. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll be back next Monday on Always Bookin Comedy. Have a great week.